Hello and welcome to all my beautiful, vibrant souls who are attracted to today's pick a card reading. So at the time I'm filming this is a timeless reading. Apparently it's a wordless reading too because I can't seem to get those right. Okay, let's try again, shall we? It's a timeless reading. But at the time I'm filming it, it is St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patty's to those of you who enjoyed doing something fun. Don't go too crazy, or if you do, may luck be with you. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do this quick little pick a card, this quick a card, if you will, about what little bit of luck is coming your way. Now, like I said, this is timeless, so whenever you're finding this is like that next little burst of luck from the universe. This is like, you know, a little bit of Jupiter magic sprinkled all over here. Again, I am so sorry for this like little unsightly mark on my arm. I was I was making food and then burnt it on the oven rack. So sorry, that's not very pretty, but yeah. I don't really have a good excuse. I'm just not really good with space and time. It's not my forte. But yeah, so today's just going to be talking about just that little bit of luck that the universe is sending your way, the little bit of magic, the little in your favor. I don't know why I'm opting to make sound effects instead of using my words, but I like it. I'm here for it. I hope y'all are enjoying it. As always, we have 3 stacks to choose from. We have pile 1 with this green calcite. I almost said ocean jasper. Whoops. Green calcite. I'm still learning crystals. So, can you see her? Yeah, okay. We have group 2 with this adventurine. Yeah, okay, there she is. Excuse me. And group 3 with this bloodstone. I hope you guys, can you guys see the cool color here? It's really pretty IRL. It's like this deep kind of like teal greenish sort of a thing. I tried to find green crystals and then I realized I only have a couple. So I now have a new mission, green crystals. But yeah, take as long as you need, meditate, contemplate on the stacks in front of you, figure out which one you feel the most drawn to, and then when you have your selection in mind, go to the timestamps in the description box and that'll bring you to your pile. And with that, I am going to take an actual full deep breath and get started with group 1. Okay. Hello, group 1. Sorry about my sniffles, by the way. I'm also just taking a quick sip of my coffee. Oh, so good. So satisfying. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just tuning into your energy a little bit. I feel like there's something you guys have either been waiting on or you've been procrastinating, because I just had to do like 3 things before I was even tuning into the energy. I'm like, I have to move your pile over to this right spot. I had sniffles and then I have to like take a sip of my coffee. So there's something where it's been either delayed or maybe you've been waiting for that feeling of like the right timing, but this very much has that Wheel of Fortune energy where I feel like everything is aligning. If you've been waiting on any one particular thing or a piece of news, or it's like you're waiting on something in particular, it's coming into alignment. I don't know, you can't see it, but there's on the little, I can't really move it. On the label on my candle, there's little acorns on the side. So I feel like whatever this is has a lot of potential to grow into something very long-term and very sustainable. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the cloth. Anyway, I also feel like because I'm moving stuff around so much, I feel like whatever this is, you've been trying to either like micromanage it or more likely keep busy. Excuse me. So let's see what you get. You have, yeah, you can see that. Awesome. You have Miracle. This is card 33, so we got a master number right out the gate. That reduces to a 6, but this says the frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Awesome. So whatever this is, I feel like it's something where it's like you really wanted it, because this is for me, the green calcite in general, but especially like this particular stone, it's so dreamy and romantic and like it just feels very emotional, very like oceanic. So I feel like whatever this is, there's a lot of emotions tied to it and you kind of had to work on, because they're showing me the Hanged Man a lot. I feel like not only were you kind of put in this period of pause, but I feel like there's a lot you had to sort of surrender, and it's a certain amount of attachment. And I feel like whatever this is, it feels like that because it's like, I'm going to need, pardon me, but like, I'm going to need a fucking miracle to make this work. Well, your fucking miracle's coming, boo. I'm really excited. So let's see what else you have. You have, oh, okay. You have Rose Quartz with Empathy. This is Venus energy. And this is card 14 that reduces to a 5. So this is very much the Temperance card kind of energy. Yeah, this might be a love relationship where you're like, I'm gonna need a miracle. And if you've been, because look at these the little mollusks here are turned away from each other, but they both have the pearl. And if you've been with me for a moment, I'm sure you've heard me talk about pearls. We're gonna do it again. So whenever I see pearls, they do make me think of pearls of wisdom. These are the lessons learned. I'm sorry my hands look horrifying, by the way. My skin is really dry here. And I like put on lotion so many times a day, but it's just cold and dry, and so my skin is cracked. So I'm doing my best, but it's not very pretty. I apologize. This is something where, you know, pearls are not only indicative of wisdom and lessons learned, but the way a pearl is formed is that an irritant, usually a grain of sand, but not always, gets inside the shell of a mollusk and irritates the soft tissue. So the mollusk secretes a substance called nacre. I might be mispronouncing that, but it's N-A-C-R-E. And this is that pearly iridescent kind of substance and just coats the irritant over and over and over and over and over again, right, to try to protect the soft tissue. So this is not only wisdom from your experiences, but wisdom from having to overcome a challenge or a repetitive challenge. And with the number 5 showing up here, because 14 reduces to 5. This is something where I feel like it's required, again, with that Temperance energy, that you be really patient. You had to be, this is with another person, I feel. You've had to be very, very patient. And it's hard to see, but there are little animals here, and they get bigger in size as they go along, so it has this, like, evolutionary feel to it. I feel that you both, again, you might be in separation with this person, and there might just be distance. You may have had a fight with this person with a number 5, but I do feel like things... Sorry, my cat just did something stupid. Oh, goodness. I do feel like things are turning around in an unexpected way. You may have been going through a lot of challenges, and it kind of felt like this was over. But I feel like it's about to surprise you how much better things are about to get, especially if you've been fighting with this person. I feel like there was this need to see each other's point of view more. So whoever, I feel like one person started to see the other person's, like kind of empathize with the other person more first, and the secondary person is now getting it. There may have just been a lot of distance, a lot of silence between the two of you, because I feel like one of you, it's like there's so much love here, right? There's so much, and this also looks like the Ace of Cups. Like, there's so much potential, there's so much love, and I feel like somebody who wasn't getting it got it now, and they're doing something about it, and I feel like this will be in a very surprising way. So let's see what else you get. Oops, stuff is falling everywhere. So you guys have, okay, wow, 33 again. So communication. You guys see that? I'm really good with the glare here. All right, awesome. Yes, okay. So this is really, really nice to see. As you can see in this deck, there are cards where the Merkaba is the same color as the background, but there are also cards where it's different. So when it's the same, I always take this to mean that your internal frequency is in resonant harmony with your external reality, right? Because our internal reality sets the tone for what we experience in the world around us. And this is like, excuse me, if one or both of you have experienced some ascension or experienced like you've raised your vibration, you've changed your internal frequency, it's now creating that ripple effect outward where you're going to be seeing it manifesting in your external reality. So I really like that. Yeah, Seahorse, watch and wait. This is card 53, so that reduces to an 8. Yeah, this is perfect. I love we have like 5 and a 3 here. We have 5 and 3 all over the place. Also too, Ascended Masters are working with you and this person to help bridge the gap. But this is very much this energy of like, just wait to see what happens here, because you'll be pleasantly surprised, I feel. So let's see what you got for your tarot. Yes, okay, you have the, can you see that? The 3 of Pentacles. I kind of want to do them this way, I don't know why. So I'm going to do it. Yeah, there it is, that Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. And yeah, there it is, the Five of Swords. Okay, this is what you guys have been going through. So I feel like with this image, right, we have somebody with a pitcher pouring into the glass, but it's reversed. I feel like one person was pouring a lot into this, and it's like the other person was just kind of like, no matter how much you poured into this, and it may have been both of you, and this is like circumstance, but it's like no matter how much love was poured into this prior, it kind of just like ended up being a wash. It would end up emptying out, right? It's kind of like if there was a hole in the cup, kind of an energy. Well, there is. It's called the top of it. But I feel like, again, we have this number 5 showing. We have a 5 and a 3. Holy shit, you guys. So those numbers might be really important here. Those could be life path numbers. This could be destiny numbers, something like that. With the 3 of Pentacles here as well, this could be talking about like a work collaboration or a workplace relationship. I don't really feel like that, but whoever this is in your life, this is somebody who you have a lot of love for. You have a lot of compassion, and they do for you as well. But you guys also, I feel, because we have that temperancy energy, and we have like, look at the difference in like the warm colors and then like the purple out here. You might be very different or have very different ways of doing things. Because look at this, we have 2 different suns. We have the orange and the yellow. This is feeling like a relationship because it's this reminds me of like divine feminine, divine masculine energy. And again, orange and yellow. And it's like the sun is our soul self, but it can also be our sense of empowerment and our ego to a certain extent. And it's like clash of the egos. And that doesn't have to mean being egotistical, but this means like your fear-based needs kind of clashing with one another, right? Because this is a road right here, but like the car's off the road, but this always to me looks like a river, and it kind of looks like, how do we cross this? How do we move forward? We have so much water here and here. We have a water animal right here. There's just a lot of watery energy. Sorry, I have a burp stuck and it's just like not happening. And with all the mountains right here, there's been a lot of challenge, a lot of struggle, and it's like, what do we do? How do we handle this? I feel like you guys are both very powerful people. You might be strong personalities. Or at least in this situation, it's like you're evenly matched in some way, shape, or form. And this might also be like the strength of any fears you have are evenly matched. It's like you haven't been able to, they're like showing me like 2 people who are both very skilled like martial artists, and they can't land a hit on each other. Like, 2 people who are skilled chess players like can't outmaneuver each other, right? And I feel like that's the thing here. I feel like one or both of you may have been in a lot of situations or connections where you're either distinctly, there's like a power dynamic, but with each other, you're evenly matched. You're exactly the same. I'm getting that very strongly. You're exactly the same. And as a result, you have had to surrender your ego. You have had to surrender to this process because the normal way you would handle things is not working here. And same thing for them. They're going through the exact same thing. And I feel like you and this person, you may have had a lot of fights with this 5 of Swords. You may have had an argument. That might be why you're not like talking, or there's like distance between you guys. It's just like awkward as fuck. You know that thing when you live with that person and then you're like walking around the hall like gunslingers, like it's just uncomfortable. And yeah, and I feel like this has to do with the balance of power and emotional investment in this relationship. Yeah, and so, sorry, I'm just looking at your cards because I'm trying to see what I can get before I go on to the bit of luck that's happening is that I feel like whoever was holding out longer, whoever was kind of coming to this conclusion and like whatever needed to happen to make this work, I feel like that's the miracle that's happening. Because with the 3 of Pentacles, this is complete opposite. This is teamwork makes the dream work. This is like a spiritual partnership. Again, Ascended Masters are really doing their magic here. And with watch and wait, this is why I feel like one of you has kind of surrendered. And I feel this is probably you, my viewer, has surrendered faster than the other person. Again, the roles could be reversed. But it's like one of you might be into cars as well. I don't know why I'm saying that. But it's like one of you has excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, may know. One of you has surrendered to this process, because look, we have this yellow sky and then the orange sun. It's like learning how to blend your two energies and seeing the beauty in creating with these two forces. Like, that's the thing with temperance, is you're making something, you're doing alchemy, you're making something that nobody's ever seen before, something very powerful, something very spiritually attuned, spiritually powerful. And it's because you're doing, like, you're following your divine path, right? And this is also nice too, because it kind of indicates that the universe is creating something very special, and it's perfect for you, right? The universe has whipped you up something just simply gorgeous, and it's just for you. And I feel like one person started to realize that and started to kind of tap into their empathy for the other person. Because again, this has like an opposites attract thing, or maybe you have like more of like a dismissive, avoidant, anxious, preoccupied kind of dynamic, runner, chaser kind of stuff. There's different names for essentially the same thing. And I'll save that philosophical rant for another time. But yeah, it's like, you know, sorry, I'm also noticing again with all the 5s and the 3s, something I'm really noticing here is that it's interesting because both of these, I almost said shapes, whoops, both of these numbers denote change. They're both about things shifting and changing. But 3 is more of a number of expansion and also involves communication and self-expression, whereas 5 is more of the numbers of challenges and changes. So one of you, I feel like you both are comfortable with change. You both thrive on that expansion process, but one of you gets there through chaos, and I feel like one of you gets there through a little bit more of like, it's not even just an organized route, it's like a collaborative route. One of you wants to talk about it and the other one doesn't. The other one kind of just like is experiencing it. And this is just because these are different paths that you walk. Again, these could be life path numbers. But I feel like your bit of luck is that the Ascended Masters, your guides, are like sprinkling a little miracle in here, because I feel like this person needs to kind of surrender that last bit of their ego, because there's love here. I want to actually pull a card about what's more specifically this miracle is going to look like, because there's everything is equal. You guys are equally matched, equally powerful. I feel like you have equal feelings. You are both learning lessons from this experience, but one of you got there just like a little bit quicker than the other, and you're kind of just waiting. And again, it's this energy of like, this is going to need a miracle to turn itself around, and your miracle is on its way. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Hang on, I want to pull one more, kind of figure out what this is. Okay, so what I feel like is happening here, and strength is at the bottom. Also too, there's a little sturgeon, and I really like it because it's like swimming upstream. It always makes me think of how salmon like swim upstream, and they go through so much to return to their spawning grounds so they can mate, and then they can move to the next generation. I don't know why I'm being weird about salmon right now. Anyway, so the miracle that's happening, essentially, we have the 7 of Swords here, and then the Knight of Swords reversed and the Queen of Pentacles. So we have, first of all, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Those signs might be applicable. We also have Venus here, so more Taurus and Libra. Does not have to be, but definitely an air, earth kind of mix going on here. Yeah, we have air and earth as well. There's almost no cups, no fire. But what I feel like is happening here is there's something where there's been a lack of communication, right? Especially if this person is usually, you know, the Knight of Swords is not afraid to say something. The Knight of Swords is not afraid to come rushing through. And it's interesting, we have the yellow sun here, we have the yellow sun here, and then we have the orange sun here. I feel like you guys have been kind of on separate pages, or like outright in separation for a minute. And the Knight of Swords is not afraid to speak his mind. The Knight of Swords he's the fastest knight in the deck. He can be a little bit brash, a little bit bold. And his kind of downfall is that he can speak too harshly, and he can also be way too overconfident that he like knows everything. That's kind of his like shadowy side, is he can be I'm being honest, if he's not being conscientious, especially because, like, look at how separate, we have this water here, and this is always indicative of your emotions and your intuition in the tarot, and it's, like, separate from the rest of his little kingdom over here. So it's not that he doesn't have feelings. I think he just keeps them very separate. He compartmentalizes. Whereas here, we have the river that flows into the water, and I don't think we have water in this card. But, like, anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the Knight of Swords, if he does not check himself and instead opts to wreck himself, can be a little bit of a dick. Sometimes it's just, he's not trying to be, he just needs to learn. He's just growing. That's all, as we all are. So again, with the Five of Swords, this person sometimes might kind of say things and not think about the impact of what they're saying. Like, it doesn't sound bad to them, but they might not realize that it comes across like a little tiny bit insensitive, and that might be where this Ace of Cups reversed is they like, they're not, it's not they're trying to rebuff the other person, but they're actively just like not effectively communicating. Again, I feel like one of you is an excellent communicator, or likes to solve things through communication, and the other one might like to solve things through ideas or like just taking action. And the fact is, you need both, right? And this is kind of where I feel like we're going with this yin yang, is that I feel like first of all, I feel like one person, the other person here probably, has been very quiet. And I feel like that's causing this like fear with the Seven of Swords. This is causing the other person to feel like the Knight of Swords person is being sneaky or lying about something. And they might be, honestly. And I don't think it's that they're outright lying. I think it's that there's something that they want to do, or there's a change they're trying to make, because this almost looks like a clock to me. It's like there's something that's taking time. They're growing something, or there's something that they want to harvest, something they want to do. They planted the seeds for something else, and they're kind of trying to see them come to fruition. There might be a lot of obstacles going on, with both parties, or with this other person with all the mountains here. But also too, I'm noticing with the Queen, we have the paved road versus this long like dirt path. So the Queen of Pentacles energy might be like a little bit more solid and more secure. But what I'm mostly seeing here is that this person, the five person, whoever that is, this person I feel like is usually not afraid to come forward and share their ideas, to say whatever is on their mind, however tactfully or not, but they've been quiet. And I feel like this is causing this fear of like, you know, you might be, this is usually the like trickery, sneaky, deceitful, cheaty kind of energy. And I feel like there's this fear around that, but I kind of don't feel like that's what's happening. I feel like this person might be planning a surprise, or they might just be trying to handle things by themselves. I want to clarify, because I'm spiritually nosy, what's going on with the Seven of Swords. Okay, yeah, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. I feel like this person's trying to deal with something. Sorry, I was like, deal with their bullshit? Yeah, for giggles, I wanted to pull these out. We have the Five of Cups reversed and the Five of Pentacles. And this one also says luck will change. Oh, Chinese food, yum. So we have a lot of fives here again. Like, this person, I feel like, usually does well with challenges. They might try to usually in their life, like, plow through the challenges, be like, all right, let's fucking do this. But I feel like with you, there's something that they have to do differently. Again, it's like they're evenly matched. And I feel like the difference is that they're very emotionally invested in you, and that might make them very uncomfortable. So in this time where they're being really quiet, especially because this is, like I said, the fastest knight in the deck, in this time where they're being really quiet or things aren't moving forward, I feel like there's this fear that they're hiding something from you. And I guess you could kind of say that they are, but what I feel like they're not telling you is that they're really trying to heal something. Something has really burned them in the past, right? The Ten of Swords is like, these are two cards about betrayal, right? And so I feel like they're trying to deal with any past betrayal, past hurt. They're trying to deal with their shit. And I feel like they recognize that in the past, they might not have met you where you're at. They might not have been an equal partner. So it's like this energy of like, I recognize that if I'm not careful, I can say hurtful shit, or like, I can get, you know, especially the Knight of Swords is prone to getting mad about things or getting frustrated. It's like, I recognize I can be short-tempered, or when I'm in this triggered space, I don't, you know, I'm not saying these are the words they'd use, but what they're essentially realizing is like, when I'm in this triggered space, it can cause me to want to like have arguments, have fights. And you may have noticed this about this person, where it's like, when they're feeling emotionally triggered, they kind of lash out. They're just like not the most mature, and they know this now. They're aware of this now. So I feel like they have a lot of love for you, and they enjoy that, but it also kind of pisses them off. And it's not because like, it's not because you did anything wrong. It's because it triggers up all of these emotions. And look, we have the water over here, again, disconnected from everything else, right? And it's this energy of like, they know they've got to deal with their stuff if they want this to move forward. And I feel like they do. Because we have this Queen of Pentacles. So they might see you like this. Can you guys see that? I'm really good at holding things out of the frame, and I haven't checked for a minute. Yeah. They might see you like this Queen of Pentacles, very grounded, very loving, very giving. And they know they have not, again, equal partnership, spiritual partnership. They know they have not met you where you're at. They know, what I'm hearing is they know they left you hanging. And they do feel really bad about it. They want to be able to travel toward you if you're at a distance, but they want to be able to move toward you and move toward you quickly. I feel like they want to rise above all of the bullshit that has happened, both to them personally and within your connection. And I feel like this is the energy they want to cultivate in this relationship. Peace, harmony, again, working together, you know, equal partnership, teamwork makes the dream work. They may also be assessing what your goals are in life to see if you're on the same page, right? So if you've been waiting to have this discussion with this person, or you've been waiting to figure out what the hell is going on, I think the miracle is that they are having these breakthroughs and they are wanting to deal with their stuff. And I think it looks like something sneaky, but I don't really get that vibe here. They might, I will say, because we have two cards that indicate, well, we have a card that indicates travel, and then we have the plane here. They might be planning like a trip. So if you guys are at a distance, they might be kind of, especially with the car as well, the transportation imagery, they might be trying to plan to come see you. They might be trying to plan a trip for the two of you. There's something where they want to move forward. They want to move forward fast. And again, rise above everything. So I really think the miracle is that this person is getting it. Whatever this person was waiting on, whether it's, you know, an epiphany, an insight, communication. We also, I noticed too, we have this little bit of like greenery here, and then we have a lot over here. So they might really be waiting for like their abundance to grow in some way, shape, or form. Especially if they see you as this Queen of Pentacles, somebody who's very materially stable and successful. I'm sorry, I'm really curious. What is this person waiting for? What is this person waiting to like have happen? Okay, they're waiting for, with the Knight of Cups reversed, they're waiting for their emotions to kind of get a little more stable, because they don't want to hurt you, and they want to come to the table with an equal offer. And what is it they want to offer you? So they do want to offer you more of this equal partnership. Yeah, because this is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Some of you might live in New England. But this is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. They want to be able to offer you, oh, a little starfish, it's so cute. They want to be able to offer you something long lasting, but they have never been able to offer anybody that before. And I think they're really looking at themselves very honestly. Yeah, the Judgment card, they're doing a life review. They're looking at themselves honestly and trying to make a choice about the kind of person they want to be, what they want to hold firm to. Yeah, King of Swords reversed as well. I feel like they've kind of been humbled, and they're reevaluating their beliefs about something, because they're kind of realizing like, oh, maybe I don't have it right all the time. Yeah, exactly. And there we go. Nine of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. They want to bring you something that you want, no matter how long it takes. So the actual, the miracle is this breakthrough, but I kind of want to see how it's going to come forward. Like, is it communication? Are they going to make you an offer? Is the energy just going to improve? What's going on here? So what is the miracle going to manifest like for many of our group 1 lovely folks? Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, it's these 3 again. Okay, so I feel like for many of you, again, where you have not had communication, you may be getting communication. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I keep saying, like, I want to pull one more, but I mean it. That we got the Two of Swords. All right, that's a non-communication card. So, okay, but when we have the Magician right after, I do feel like this is something, and the Ace of Wands is at the bottom. I think this is going to be an energetic shift. So if you're like with this person, you guys have been fighting, the energy is going to get a lot better. I don't think they're going to like come right out and tell you all about what they've been going through and what they've been thinking about. Again, we have orange and the yellow. We have the sun here, though, and the moon. They're keeping some of the stuff to themselves because I think it's going to take them a while to work all of it out. But they do want a new beginning. Even if they don't have all the answers, they want to kind of find out. So I think this person has been humble. They realize they want to work with you, not against this connection, because they do really love you and they see you as an equal. So what your team really wants you to know is that the bit of luck coming your way is a breakthrough in a very difficult situation with somebody you care about a lot. This person is kind of getting their shit together. This person may apologize, but they're going to communicate something about what they want with you and trying to create more harmony in the relationship, or in the connection, in the partnership, because they see you as the same now, where they did not before, or where they were struggling to accept that before. And it's going to feel like a miracle. Like I said, for some of you, your person is planning something special and it's kind of on the DL, like they're trying to kind of surprise you with it. Surprise. They're trying to surprise you with it. Your guides are just saying, just watch and wait. Have fun, do your own thing, do things that make you feel happy, because this person is about to come forward with some kind of important offer or communication. They're working on it, they're on it. So this is a long reading. I'm sorry, I got carried away, but I hope this has been helpful. If you are looking for help with your own personal situation, please feel free to check out my shop link in the description box below. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 2. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Bye. Oh, shit. I'm ruining everything. Whew. All right. Give me your little cloth. Okay. Hi, group 2. Okay, I'm just kind of getting like zoned in here. Okay, so you guys have this lovely adventuring. This is really like the stone of luck. So this is nice, but this is also a stone of the heart, right? So I feel like something is going to come along that's just going to make you feel so much better. It's like, oh, sigh of relief. Okay. It might just make you really happy, very joyful feeling going on here. But this is really a stroke of good luck in your favor. And I do feel, again, that feeling of relief. So let's see what you're going to get. Oh, okay, nice. We have synergy. So this is card 41 that reduces to a 5, but it says, the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So this to me has very much like temperance energy, and it's really funny because that was a huge theme in pile 1. So if you couldn't choose between the two, maybe there are messages there for you. We'll see what else comes out. But I was really drawn into new ways of working and loving. So for many of you, this is either like having to do with a work project or something you want to do for a career, or with an important relationship in your life. It's something that you love. Again, very much of the heart, where you're like, oh, I really care about this, and especially with all the green here too. But I feel like this is going to look different than anything you've ever done before. Or it's going to there's going to be something different about this. So let's see what else you get, because I am nosy. Ooh, okay, you have card 7 with the hematite, the root chakra, and culmination. Okay. So, yeah, it's something also with the 7 that's very spiritual, because that's an incredibly spiritual number for me. But something is finally drawing to a close, something that I feel like was a threat to your security. Again, I said a sigh of relief. It's like, okay, I can do this. We can make this happen. Maybe it's like, okay, we can put these two things together. We can work things around. It just like felt very, that's all I can say. So you're actually the only group that got 2 of these cards, but let's see what you have. Whoa, okay. Can you guys see that? Yeah. You have card 63 that reduces to a 9 with parenting. Okay. I'm seeing you have, oh, creativity. And this is card 3. Yeah, we'll talk about more. I want to get all the cards out if that's okay. So you have, oh, okay. All right, I see what's happening here. So we have card 49 that reduces to a 13, which reduces to a 4. We have, ooh, the 4 of Wands reversed, okay. We have the Queen of Wands and Temperance. Okay, sorry, I'm good now. Okay, we have a lot to talk about here. So I like we have 41 and 14, so there might be a little bit of mirroring energy. Wow, and we have give birth and we have parenting. Okay, first of all, we have Sagittarius energy represented here with Temperance. This is exactly this energy we were just talking about. And we have the Queen of Wands. This is feminine fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So that may apply to you or to another person. Does not have to. There's a lot of fire here. There's a lot of creative energy. I'm going to shoot straight off the bat. The first thing I noticed, some of you are really trying to become parents. You know, you're trying to, you and this other person are trying to blend yourselves. We do have this rabbit. Can't ignore that one. But I do feel like there's also a little bit of trepidation. First of all, the process, for those of you who are trying to conceive, and you've been having a hard time, or it's just, you know, it might just be a nerve-wracking process. I feel like there's been a lot of trepidation. So you might be getting news soon that you're pregnant. So congratulations if that's what's happening. You know, sorry to spoil the news. You can still totally pee on a stick. It's just, you know, it's just fun. Just do it. But I do want to say, because we have the 4 of Wands reversed and it's called the mess in this deck, for some of you, this is a surprise. This is a surprise, and I feel like it might be something that you don't feel prepared for, right? Because this is usually the card upright where it's like a happy home, happy family. It's a lot of like solid foundations. You feel really good. This is a wedding card. This is also a twin flame card sometimes. Look at the sun even. It even looks like it's nervous. Like, I feel like for those of you where this is a surprise pregnancy, there's a lot of fear or like nervousness about if you can do this, right? The sun is our confidence. We have so much yellow here as well. The sun is our confidence, and it's our personal empowerment. It's our enlightenment, right? It's our center of personal power and who we are at the soul. And I feel like at the soul, you are this Queen of Wands kind of energy, right? You're able to, along with this like temperance kind of energy, I feel like you're very guided by spirit. I feel like you are an excellent manifester. You're able to really utilize your resources very well, right? You're able to marshal your resources. Like you might be a great creative problem solver. I feel like with the blue and the yellow here, right? You see how they're the same color right here? And to me, this is where like your internal frequency is in alignment with your external reality, right? But this one, it feels like you have, with the blue and the yellow, it's like you have this internal truth, and this is what's allowing, especially with the 9, right? You may have been doing a lot of work, especially shadow work around relationships with your parents, or how you mother yourself, or how you father yourself, right? Like those relationships in your life and in your relationship to that energy. And this culmination point has built this foundation, or has repaired your foundation. And this is allowing for this to happen. And it's like you have come into alignment with your truth, and as a result, it's creating, because we have the blue and the yellow and then yellow and yellow, it's creating this perfect harmony for this to occur. I do feel like for many of you, this is kind of like a pleasant surprise, but there is still a lot of fear. Or again, if you're trying to conceive, this is like a sigh of relief, like, okay. For some of you, you've recently found out you're pregnant. You have to tell your partner, and there's a lot of nervousness around telling them. With the 4 of Wands reversed, there might be nervousness that they're not going to want to participate, or that they're not going to, they're not going to want to build this family. But I don't feel like that's the case. There's, again, this fear of, insecurity or instability. There's this fear of things not working out, right? And especially too, because we have this image on the Temperance card, right? There's the path, and on the one side, there's this like, you know, this lightning, this kind of like, you know, snakes are ubiquitous with kind of treachery. Because we have this apple, and apples have the like dualistic nature of being very nutritious, very informational. They're all about knowledge, and that's either a very positive thing or construed as a very negative thing. And I don't think snakes are negative, by the way. They're also very much associated with transformation and healing. But I feel like there's this fear around, how do I tell this person? How are they going to take it? How am I going to handle this? You might have been pregnant and finding out you're having twins, because we have 2 little baby rabbits. But if this has to do with having a child, or anything having to do with child rearing, first of all, with the path leading up here and all the candles, this is like you've been spiritually guided to this point through all the work you've been doing internally, all the work you've been doing in, you know, all the shadow work, everything you've been doing. Everything is led up in part to this. And I'm not saying this is the summation of your entire life experience, or your life journey, but this is really saying that this is you are ready for this. The Queen of Wands can do anything, right? She is sparkly. She is charismatic, gregarious. She can attract anything to her. And you would not have attracted this to you if it wasn't in your frequency, if it wasn't something you could handle, if it wasn't something that would take you to the next step, right? The Temperance card, I talked about this in group 1, but the Temperance card is all about, you know, spirit making something that's perfectly aligned for us, right? Really creating alchemy in our favor. And I do feel like, you know, with what we described on the Synergy card, this is going to require that you be a different person than you've ever been before, right? But you're ready. You can handle this. You can do this, and you're going to do a damn good job. Nobody is ever truly ready to mold another human being, but parenting is very much on the job training. And you wouldn't be given this opportunity from the universe if you weren't ready for it. And if you're concerned about talking to a partner, I do feel like this partner is going to be, I want to pull a card. So if this is like a concern of like, because for some of you, I'm kind of getting that you and your partner were not like super solidly established when this happened. Maybe like it was very new, or maybe you're going through a rough patch, or maybe it's just like you kind of wanted to like keep things more casual or take it slow. But I feel like this was like the wake-up call of like, oh shit. So I'm kind of curious if this is like a situation like that, how is their partner going to take it when they tell them what's going to happen? Because I'm spiritually nosy. Oh, nice. Okay. So hang on, let me pull one more, because I want to kind of make sure I'm speaking correctly. Yeah, okay, nice. Perfect. Okay. So for those of you who are worried to tell a partner because there's certain things are kind of undefined, things might be a little chaotic because we have the 5 energy here and here. I do feel like this might be because your partner likes to be very independent, likes to do their own thing. Maybe they didn't want anything serious, or they like to take it really, really slow. They really value their freedom, and I think that's the fear around telling this person. But I do feel like because we have the 8 of Swords reversed and the Devil reversed, I feel like this is going to be a wake-up call for this person. And it's going to be an invitation for them to really look their fears dead in the eye and deal with them. If the Devil was upright, I kind of be like, I don't know. I kind of want to, let me see. I want to pull one more. I'm so nosy. Okay, with the 3 of Cups reversed, so especially if this person might be kind of like a party personality. They like to be out a lot. They're not too serious about things. I feel like they're going to take this very seriously. Yeah, because we have the Justice card reversed. They might have said like, oh, I never want to get married. I never want to do X, Y, Z. But I feel like they won't want to. And it's interesting, we have the 3 here. We have the 3 little pyramids. It's like they won't want to like do you wrong here. I don't think this person will run away from their responsibilities. I do feel like with the Emperor reverse, they are concerned around if they can really provide or be like a solid presence. What will their person ultimately want to do in this situation? Like, what energy will they bring to the table? Or what are their intentions in this situation after telling them? Okay, yeah, the Magician. They're going to get their shit together. Quite simply, yeah, this is the Judgment card reversed. I do feel like they might freak out a little bit first, not like get angry, but be like, oh, okay, what do I do? What do I do? I think it's more them dealing with their own self-doubt and having to change their lifestyle seemingly on a dime. But this is going to be that call to action from the universe for them to kind of shift and change. And for those of you where this is not related to children at all, there's something that you really wanted to manifest. For some of you, it might be marriage with the Four of Wands, or could be a home, because we also have that sort of foundational home structure. And I feel like there was a lot of, for others of you, this is a creative project that you wanted to monetize. You wanted to turn into like your career or something that you do on a consistent basis. And I feel like there were a lot of delays. You know, this is divine timing and action. It's been a long path. We see a long path here, but we have like the straight and narrow here. It's been a while, but this is because I feel like you were doing a lot of root chakra healing. You were doing a lot of inner child healing. There was a lot having to do with like that kind of second house self-worth sort of energy, right? Because the second house does deal with our material well-being, what we own, what we possess, our career, our finances, but it also, on a more internal level, it has to do with what we ascribe value to. So this is both the external things we ascribe value to and how we ascribe value to ourselves internally. And with the Queen of Wands here, I feel like you've been on a journey to really get in touch with your confidence. Especially too, if you're thinking about like creating something really big for yourself, now is a wonderful time. Now is very lucky, right? You have luck on your side. Like, this is a great one to get for the, what luck is coming your way. You have luck on your side right now for whatever it is that you want to manifest. You're incredibly like potent with your manifestation power. Especially with the rabbits looking at the creativity cards, like whatever you want to make right now, do it, go for it. Everything is aligned for you. Everything's on your side. And whatever this is, I feel like there's this fear around instability, around things falling apart, things melting, things just like coming crashing down. But one of the meanings of the Four of Wands reverse that I like and I really see here is that it's a personal victory, right? So whether this is like, you're becoming a parent and you're conquering your fears, you're starting your own business and you're kind of like calling the shots. Or, you might be traveling with the Temperance energy. And we also have this little ice cream truck on the path. You might be doing some traveling or moving. It's just something here where you've really cleared away any foundational, like any issues or wounds in your emotional foundations. And as a result, you're ready to move forward in a new direction now. So whatever this was that was kind of on hold, or whatever is like seemingly dropped into your lap, this is what you've been manifesting. Or if there's something where you've been waiting to take action, it's now time. And I feel like, again, with that sigh of relief feeling, you're going to get some type of feedback that like makes you feel just like so much better, so much more secure in your decisions, especially if you just recently took a leap of faith. A fire sign in general and a Sagittarius in particular might be coming into your life soon, to help with this, to work with you. Especially now if you're watching this at the time I'm recording this and releasing this. If you are like getting pregnant now, you might have a child during Sagittarius season, roughly. I think that would add up. Yeah, I can do math. That's how long babies take to cook. Yeah, okay. I had to think about it. But there's something here where you've done a lot of healing with the 7 here, and then the 9. You're really wrapping up this big cycle where you've achieved a lot of emotional healing and spiritual growth. You've really achieved a lot of personal growth. And now is the time where you're able to move in a new direction and create something new. So what your team wants you to know is that you have what it takes. You're in position to do this. And I do feel like something's going to be coming along that might shake you up a little bit initially, but then it's going to be this sigh of relief because you're going to realize, yes, I can do this. Or, if this is like unexpected pregnancy, it's like, okay, my person and I can create this stable home, or I can handle this, I can do this, right? Whatever this is you're worried about, it's going to be that. There's going to be a little bit of magic in the air to help you see how the universe is supporting you. It's like, you know, like creating the path in front of you step by step. And I feel like you're going to get that confirmation, and it's going to make you feel a lot better moving forward. So this was exciting for those of you who just got pregnant or trying to, or are excited about it. Congratulations. You know, I kind of mentioned it before, but this is, like I said, a marriage card. So some of you might be getting married and feeling a little bit nervous about that. Also with parenting, especially if like your parents maybe didn't have a great marriage and it was kind of troubling to watch. But again, the main message here is whatever this is perfectly created for you, and you can not only handle it, you will thrive here. So whatever this is for you, congratulations. I'm very excited for you. You know, be bold, be confident in yourself. If you're looking for help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out my shop link in the description box below. It's been an honor to have you here. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 3 before my knuckles crack anymore. Bye, guys. All right, in frame, sweet. Hi, group 3. Okay, so y'all chose this like nice little bloodstone here. This is usually very material, root chakra kind of energy. So this might have something to do with your career and finances. This is a really good stone for apparently for those who have their own business or are looking to start their own business. So you might get some news about that. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a very this is a much more chill energy than the other piles. So you might kind of already be aware of what this is, and it's just like confirmation. So you're like, all right, cool, I can chill now. But let's see what you have. Oh, I love this. Okay, so you have card 44, and this is universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. We have a master number showing up, but it also does reduce to an 8. So right off the bat, I feel like maybe part of this like relaxed feeling is you might really be surrounded by like your soul tribe right now and just feeling really good. Or this might be what's coming in, is like it brings in this, you're connected to spirit, and you might be connecting to other people more easily as a result of that. Like you're seeing your place in this universe. And I feel like it's helping you feel a lot more in alignment and just like a lot calmer. So let's see what else you have. You have, ooh, Emerald with Mercury and Cognizance. This is card 28. That reduces to a 10/1. Okay, so some of you might have your birthday in May, or May might be a significant time because emeralds are the birthstone for the month of May. There's also a rainbow in the background in case that's important for you. You have, yeah, patience. Okay. We'll talk more about it. I just like to get all the cards out first. You have, oh, Canary Spirit, sing your own song. This is a 12, and that reduces to a 3. So far we have 2, 3, 10/1. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, things are progressing forward, and we have an 8. So your manifestation is progressing forward. You have the 4 of Pentacles. You have, wow, the 9 of Swords. Okay. And the Page of Swords reversed. Okay. All right. I'd like to pull one more card. I'm going to give the deck a quick shuffle. I just want to kind of like get a slightly better feel here. Okay, you also have the Page of Cups in reverse. And then, is this one? Oh, you have the Ace of Swords. Okay, I'm seeing where this is going. All right, there we go. Okay, we have the Death card in reverse at the bottom. We have another sandwich. Oh, it makes me hungry. So what I feel like you might be going through right now is this, or have gone through recently, is this is the 9 of Swords. This 9 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles energy. For many of you, I really do feel like this has to do with feeling really connected to people. Again, for a lot of you, this has to do with soul tribe. I feel like you're very used to holding yourself back. I was talking about this in another group, but there is a situation like this with the water, right? It's like the water is indicative of your emotions and your intuition in the tarot. And it's like this is separate from everything else. You might be very good at compartmentalizing your feelings, and with all the mountains, this is because I think you've been through a lot. I feel like you hold yourself back. I feel like you might really struggle with singing your own song. You might really struggle with opening up to people, like truly opening up to people, especially with the 2 pages here in reverse. You know, this is very much of the mind, of the heart. The page of, excuse me, the Page of Swords is very, very curious, likes to learn, likes to kind of get into things, like not afraid to get out there and see what's around. And the Page of Cups is not afraid to offer their emotions incredibly freely. Page of Cups is like very loving, very emotionally open. But they're both reversed, right? So I feel like there's some inner child healing that you're working on, all about feeling confident enough and loved enough for who you are to be very, very open with your emotions, to speak your mind, to speak your truth, to express yourself with this Ace of Swords coming out. And I think this has been a challenge for you for a while. And this is due to childhood experiences, I'm really feeling. But you hold yourself back. There's you might have a lot of social anxiety, or just anxiety in general. But especially social anxiety with communicating your emotions. There's something where you either feel or you have felt very cut off from other people, very different, very separate. And I feel as if you are in the process of addressing this, right? Because we have this rainbow in the background, and in the traditional tarot, only one card is a rainbow, is the 10 of Cups. And it's total emotional fulfillment, right? In the context of other people, happy home, happy family, like, you know, meaningful relationships in your life, just like being surrounded by family, being surrounded by this feeling of unconditional love. So many of you may have experienced very conditional love when you were growing up, especially when you honestly expressed yourself or your feelings, excuse me. But there's parts of yourself you've been really holding back. And with the yellow here, I feel like it's due to confidence or a lack of confidence. And with, you know, emerald is also a stone that really promotes love as well. I feel like with this card coming up, you know, it's a 10 and a 1, so you're completing a cycle and beginning a new one. Excuse me. I feel like you've had to be very patient with yourself in this learning process, because we also have, we have the color orange here, so that's very much sacral chakra, but that's your emotional center, that's your water chakra, and your empathy center. There's also your divine feminine energy. And so I feel like many of you may have been more in your divine masculine energy, and now you're kind of finding more balance with the 2 here. But, you know, as you can see here, this is a card where the Merkaba is the same color as the background. There are cards in this deck where it's different. And this is where your internal frequency is in resonant harmony with your external reality, right? So what you're feeling internally, what you're experiencing, has kind of had that ripple effect out, and you're seeing it manifest in your external reality. And I feel because you've been very patient with yourself in this healing process, you've been really, I feel like, challenging your thoughts, right, with cognizance. You may have been like in therapy doing like CBT, but you've been really challenging your thoughts, challenging yourself with the flowers here to open up, to bloom, challenging with the full moon kind of image, challenging yourself to let go of the thoughts that are self-destructive instead of self-constructive. And I feel many of you challenging yourself to open up and communicate more with other people without fear. Be able to speak your truth. Because for, you know, the swords, like I said, are of the mind, but for a card that has to do with speaking your truth, right, with that mental energy, that Mercury energy, we have a shitload of water here. So there's, emotionally, you have a lot to say. And I feel like that with the salsa too, is like a huge bowl of salsa. It's like, you have a lot to say. It's very complex. You have a lot to share with people. And I feel that you are, you know, the bit of luck is that you're getting the insight you need as well as any courage you need to be very authentic. Because, like, sing your own song, right? This little bird's like, I don't give a shit. I'm sitting on a flute. I'm wearing my crown. Listen to what I gotta say, bitches. And I feel like this is what's bringing in this sense of calm. You might have, like I said, been very anxious to speak your mind before, but I don't feel that's the case anymore. And I think it's really interesting. We have the tortilla chips, and then we have the tortilla chips over here too, because most of the sword suit in this deck don't have that, but like those two are the same. But I feel like you're coming into this sense of calm because you're seeing your place as part of the universe, part of the divine order of things, part of the divine plan, and you've had to be very patient with yourself on this healing journey. I kind of want to pull you guys a couple extra cards. This was pretty concise, but the bit of luck is I really feel like you're getting your courage. It might be something where there's one person in particular you need to say something to, especially if you grew up together. This could be a sibling or like a long-term friend. There's something where, what is this sing your song about? Because I do feel like this is about your emotions, but I'm trying to get like a little more specificity. Okay. Oh, and the King of Pentacles reversed is at the bottom, just to comment on that. So this could be with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or like a father figure. But we have the Four of Cups reversed and the Six of Wands reversed. So what this, singing your own song about, this expression is about, is that I feel like either somebody made an offer to you or you made an offer to somebody else. I feel like you made an offer to somebody else and they didn't take it. Whatever this was a missed opportunity. And I feel somebody's either going to be coming to you to express that they regret not taking you up, but like not, because this is like offering your cup, offering your love, your emotions. Oh, sorry if you could hear my bones crack. Offering your emotions, and having it, when it's upright, it's kind of like having it not be accepted or reciprocated. So you might have somebody from your past coming back again, somebody maybe that you grew up with. We have water and air here, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Does not have to be, but we did see that earth energy before. I feel like if this is somebody you grew up with, this was somebody from like childhood and you are now adults. You may have offered your cup to this person and they turned you down, and they are coming back to tell you that was a mistake. Now what you do with this is totally up to you. I'm, not saying to take one way or another, but this is something where whatever this cycle is with this person, I feel like you're going to get the opportunity to speak your truth. They're going to speak their truth to you, and you're going to get an opportunity to speak your truth. Like I said, this could be with a sibling. This could be with an old friend. This could be with a parent, but you're getting the opportunity to heal the situation, both internally for yourself and externally with this person. So if this person hurts you, you're getting the opportunity to express how you feel, how it made you feel. If this is something where somebody made you an offer years ago and you've like always looked back at it and you're like kicking yourself for not taking them up on it, I do feel like they're coming back and they're willing to have an open conversation with you about it. And I feel like whatever this is, you're going to be really speaking your emotions from a place of love, knowing the universe is very much supporting you. I kind of want to pull one more card about it because I'm curious what's going on with this. Because it feels very much more serious than the other two piles. They're not serious, just like very grounded. Okay. Yeah. And the Eight of Cups is at the bottom. I'm taking that one for giggles. Okay. So there's a decision point here. This was a long time ago. And there's like two very long paths again, so long time ago. And there was the opportunity for either you or this other person to choose. We have a lot of international flags. We have the Danish flag, Italian flag, British flag, Indian flag. So there might be something here with travel or like an international relationship or something like that. It does not have to be, but, oh, and the Vietnamese flag. Whee! And the Mexican flag's under that. I just saw that. So many flags. A world of flags. This is something where you or this other person had the opportunity to choose between your fear-based reality and your soul truth. And I feel that whoever made the call feels as if they made the wrong decision. And this also could just be where, you had two options in front of you. You had two paths. This could be where you wanted to live, where you wanted to travel, what you wanted to do for work with this Eight of Pentacles reversed. Again, we have water and air symbols right here. So there's emotion. It's like the heart and the mind are battling each other. Like I said, this could have to do with we have C, T, and M. So the initials C, T, or M might be particularly significant here. But it's like, I forgot to mention too, we have the Two of Wands, so this could be like a twin flame situation. Does not have to be. This is coming back around And if this is another person involved, you and this other person are going to have a very important conversation. And I feel like where there was mystery, where there was fear, there's going to be light shed, because I feel like you or this other person walked away. You had to pick a path, right? Which means you had to walk away from something. And I feel whoever made the judgment call here regrets their decision, or at least regrets how they went about it. And this is a very, very, very long time coming. And again, we have 8 and we have 2 8s here. So there's this manifestation. So what's, your bit of luck is I do feel like you're getting closure in this situation. You're going to get a chance to speak your piece very honestly, very openly. It's going to be well received. The last thing I want to know is, what is this going to open up by the opportunity to have this conversation? And again, I feel like you'll kind of be like feeling more connected to spirit, because it's like seeing the cycles, seeing why things have to happen. I want to flip this. Flip it? Yeah. It's just feeling like, okay, everything really does happen for a reason. And I just flipped this for giggles. We have the Hermit, but in this deck, it's the Duo. It's the PB&J. Yeah, you and this person, and the King of Pentacles reversed again. You and this person were thick as thieves. You thick? So the result of having this conversation, what this is opening up, because again, we have the 10 and the 1, so a cycle's ending, so a new one can begin. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands. Oh, nice. The Knight of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So what I feel like is the result of this conversation, this exchange, is that it might make you a lot more confident to go after what you want, especially with the delicate one. You may have kind of like kept yourself a little bit closed in, or been afraid of confrontation, or afraid to speak your truth. Especially afraid of abandonment with the 5 of Pentacles. I like how it's luck will change on the card, and we're talking about your luck. Afraid of abandonment. I feel like you've been accepting a lot less than what you want for a while now. Either in this situation or in general. And I talked about this before, but again, the emotions, see how we have it right there? It's right here too. It's like the emotions are separate from this experience. We do have the home, so this could have to do with somebody you lived with, or you thought you were going to live with, or like a family experience. But this is something where, again, Knight of Pentacles, slowest knight in the deck. This has been a long time coming. I feel like as a result of this conversation, you are getting an offer that you've been very patient for. You've been working toward in both overt and covert ways for a very long time. And I feel like now it might be from this person. You might finally, like, if you wanted to like make something happen with this person and you chose something else before, you might be getting the courage to really go after what you want. But it's overcoming this fear of abandonment. This could be overcoming, if this is like something you want to do for work, or like a change you want to make, this is overcoming fear of instability. And this is one of the few Pentacles cards. It's this and the 3 of Pentacles, where the background depicts like a religious background. So where the 3 of Pentacles is very, much a constructive energy with spirit involved in the process. This is like a destructive energy with spirit involved in the process, right? It usually kind of denotes this feeling of not only feeling lackful and abandoned and out in the cold, but it's like the universe has kind of forgotten about you. Or the universe is like trying to make you suffer, kind of an energy. And I think that's partially why it's so challenging. But you've been patient and you've been really doing the work. And as a result, I feel like this is the feeling that's going away. Especially if it's made you kind of like closed off or defensive, or closed off from your emotions. Because again, we have it right there too. This is kind of what's falling away. This is what's being addressed, and there's a beautiful opportunity coming in. And I feel like it's not only just the opportunity, but it's like this energy of like, I now understand why everything has to happen the way it does, and I feel like spirit is looking out for me. It's like you can let things go. You're peaceful. Everything is okay because there is an explanation. And I did want to mention we have more earth energy. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn going on here. Yeah, and at the time I'm filming this, we also have full moon in Virgo starting tonight. So this might be part of that process for you. But generally speaking, your luck that's kind of coming in is that you're going to get a lot more understanding and answers, and it's going to allow you to release a lot and feel a lot more in flow with universal energy, which will bring in a very beautiful, solid opportunity that you've been hoping for. So I think that's just about everything that I have for you. It's been an honor to read for you. If you're looking for help with your personal situation, please feel free to check out my shop link in the description box below. It's been so much fun, love bugs. I'm so glad you were here, and I'm wishing y'all the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care. Bye.